All right, we're back again for what I thought was going to be the last installment of the humidor build, but it looks like it's going to be a 4-part series. And this is some sapelli here I'm cutting down for the bottom 2 drawers. It's some 8/4 stock, and I'm just cutting it down to the approximate width of the doors, which I want to say I did for 3.5 inches. And since this is 8/4 stock, I'm gonna resaw it down to probably about 7/8 of an inch. So once I mill it up, it'll be right around 3/4, 13/16, right around that spot. And instead of using my bandsaw, like I said, I'm just not comfortable doing that on bandsaw because I get a lot of drift. I'm using the table saw to do this. And I'm going to join these together with the domino. So I'm just marking where I'm going to place the domino mortises at. And here I am using the domino, lining it up with those lines. And I was originally one of the ones who was like, oh, I'm never gonna get a domino, you know. I feel like it's almost like it's cheating. But as far as saving time, yeah, I'm very happy that I got the domino. It saves a lot of time, and it just makes everything simple and easy. And here I am, I'm just dry fitting everything just to make sure everything's gonna go together good. Which, as long as you do everything right, I mean, the dominoes, it's just gonna go right together. And you saw me cutting down the pieces for the 2 doors at the bottom. What you didn't see is I also did the 2 doors for the top. And so here I am gluing up the 2 doors at the top. And like I've said before, the glue up is probably the most stressful part for me because you pretty much only get that one chance to do it, and you only have like a 7 to 10 minute window, if that. Now I'm just clamping it up so I can make sure everything is nice and tight. And after a few hours, taking it out of the clamps. Making sure everything is square and it lines up on the carcass. And what you can see, I've already done the bottom doors down there. And so I was going to use some 1/2 inch ply for the bottom 2 doors and as the center section, and they didn't have any, so I had to get the 1/4 inch. And I'm gonna have to cut these pieces down, as you see right here, and glue 2 pieces together, laminate them together to make my 1/2 inch plywood. And as you can see there, I'm using a little stop block so I can make sure everything's gonna be cut even and everything. So this is me laminating those 2 1/4 inch pieces of plywood together. You want to make sure you get the glue spread everywhere. And just so they're not sliding everything, I'm using some of the blue tape here to get it together so I can put some clamps on there. And then I'm going to use these cawls here so I can get even pressure all the way across. And it always seems like the more, the smaller the piece is, it seems like it takes more clamps. You know, doing a lamination like this with that smaller plywood, you want to make sure that it is even pressure all over. And as you can see, it glued up really well. And I've got the blade tilted at about approximately about 30 degrees. Cutting a chamfer on all the doors, just so they just wouldn't look just totally, just square. I want to give it a little bit of a accent. And yes, I did get all those burn marks off. It took some time, but I got it. And I'm cutting a rabbet around the edges of those two bottom doors, so I can slide those center pieces in that I just made with the plywood. And once again, using the cawls to get even pressure. And now I'm going to put some foot levelers on here. I like to do this just because, most people's floors aren't going to be level. And so this way, just in case the client's floor isn't level, we can level them out with these feet levels here. They're super simple to put on. And now I'm marking for the hinges. Using the centering bit there. And what I did is on these screws is I dipped the screws in the wax, and then screwed them in without the hinges just so I could get some wax down in the holes. And then came back and screwed the hinges on, as you'll see here in just a moment. Here I'm putting the rabbet on the bigger doors. This is where the glass will fit inside. And this is probably about 3/16 to 1/4 inch deep. And this is what I was talking about by putting the wax on the screws. It just helps the screws go in a little bit easier. These types of screws are notoriously, they don't handle a lot of torque. They'll break really easy and ruin your day. And once I got those hinges on, I'm just lining them up so I can make sure I get them in the correct position. There wasn't a very high tolerance for a mistake here, because there is only maybe less than 1/8 of an inch of reveal around those doors. And this is where it really helps to have some help. Have somebody help you hold this, but when you don't have that help, you just kind of make things work. So again, there's going to be a part 4, and that should be the finished product. And if everybody, I hope everybody enjoyed this, and give me a comment, a like, a share. I would appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. I'd really greatly appreciate that. And thank you.